Hello my friends, my name is WeeAddy and welcome back to the Pokémon Master Challenge with Pokémon Crystal. This one has been a bit of a bitch to plan. So, as you can see from the title of the stream slash VOD, today's episode is the final rival battle, which we will be doing because it's Monday. So I had to plan this to either land on a Monday or a Wednesday, which was a pain in itself because I wanted to stream much earlier than this, but it didn't happen. Obviously, as you can see, it's also 3 AM from the in-game time, and anyone watching this live, but regardless, here we are. Thankfully, this is Easter, so I'm not working this Monday. So for those in the past that were wondering, like, why are you streaming at 3 AM for at least 2 hours? I don't have work, that's why. But I do the next day, so problem. But anyway, tonight is all about the rival battle, since we can finally do it, just to get that out of the way. And mostly about breeding, about eggs, because we have a challenge in Stadium 2 coming up where we can only use level 5 Pokemon that are non-evolved, and ones that can evolve but haven't. So you can't use like single stage Pokemon like Lickitung, for example. That doesn't count. It has to be Pokemon that can evolve, but also under single stage. So I've had to plan a team, which has been actually very difficult because getting teams at level 5 that work. By the way, let's just hit continue here. This music's getting a wee bit drony. Getting Pokemon at level 5 that worked for this was difficult, and I wanted to stick to Gen 2, or I was thinking about maybe just using my Crystal team, but like baby versions of them all. So then, for example, I'd be using a Zubat instead of a Crobat. Ultimately, I didn't know what I wanted, and it took a long time to plan, and then I started looking into like movesets, and for level 5 Pokemon, the movesets are very difficult as well, so it took a long time to plan, and I've got it all figured out, and tonight we're going to get started on it. I do not reckon we will have our team ready for CM2 tonight. Tonight's just going to be the building blocks, and then if I need to, I will do some more breeding and extra stuff off stream. That's how much planning's gone into it. I think there's going to be not enough time in tonight's stream to do it all, basically. Happy egg breeding day. Oh yeah, I didn't even realize what a coincidence it is that we're doing an egg breeding episode at Easter. Wow! I wish I was smart enough to have thought about that. That is the most perfect accidental Easter episode I could have made. Well, that's funny. But anyway, so those are the plans for today. But yes, happy egg breeding day to you too, Darkflare. That's what we're calling Easter now. Where are we? We're in Silphco. I thought I had done this already. Apparently I have not. Talk to this guard. Only employees are permitted to go upstairs, but since you came such a long way, have this neat little souvenir. It's an upgrade. We need this. I thought we collected this already, but apparently we don't, because I was looking for it earlier. Because in my party right now is Porygon, which is the Pokemon that evolves using it, but we have to just give it to it and trade it while it's holding it, so we're not going to do that right now. But I just wanted to get it so that Porygon had it ready to go. What I have been doing is a little bit of grinding off stream, as in the... I haven't done as much as you might think. I did a little tiny amount when I had time, but it was just agony to get through. I've been doing all sorts of things off stream. Not necessarily in Crystal specifically, but just on like other things. I've been shiny hunting again in Silver specifically. But... regardless, a lot of my time has not been spent doing this. So like, yes, I was trying to boost up the Pineco, so I got a couple extra levels, but that's all it's gotten to. Skiploom is basically ready to evolve. It just needs like another battle basically to go. Houndour and Swinub I have basically not touched. Swinub got like 1 or 2 KOs in whilst assisting Pineco using Icy Wind, but like hasn't leveled up. So like really nothing has changed since last episode. And honestly, I wish a lot more could have changed between last episode, because where did I get money? Well, after last episode and using or not last episode, but the one before that, or the one before that, because that was Stadium 2, I used up all my money on vitamins, and so I had nothing left at all, which has been a problem, because I'm all out of Pokeballs, as well as just being able to do this episode about breeding eggs. We need to be able to pay the daycare people, so I've been really struggling as to what to do for today's episode. Like, I need to battle the Elite Four and get money, but I thought, why battle the Elite Four whenever I need to battle the rival again? Like, it's been a very... It's like, what do I do? What do I do? And I think I did one trainer rematch. That's where I've got the money from. and I used Pineco on it. So I've got like someone else's number in my phone now from that, but what an absolute nightmare it's been, having absolutely no money. I didn't realize the ramifications of that going into the egg breeding episode, or going in... I sort of just assumed the egg breeding was going to be a lot later on, but when I planned out everything there, I went into my own personal like Discord to write notes. A Discord that's just me, and it's not for anyone to invite to, it's just where I sort of collate thoughts for myself. I went in there and I wrote down sort of what my plans are for the following episodes, and I was like, right, okay, so I think this is where it's a good time to make the team and do this and do that, and I've sort of planned out what the next couple episodes are going to be. This episode was originally going to have something else to it, which I don't think it's going to now, so that'll be another new episode. Honestly, this whole thing is an absolute shit show and I don't know what I'm doing. That said, one thing we are going to do is battle our rival, because he appears on a Monday or a Wednesday. It is Monday, and originally, like I said, I wanted to stream this much earlier, like in the week as well as today, and I was like, fuck it. I had planned to stream on Wednesday, and then this whole thing of not knowing what to do had come up, and then Thursday, Friday, I was trying to plan things, but didn't plan it very well and didn't plan it very quickly. Saturday, I was busy all day, then it was Sunday, basically yesterday/today, and I just didn't really do anything besides go outside and do Pokemon stuff, get some lunch, and then sleep most of the day away. And then I started planning, and like, I did spend a long time planning. The planning took way longer than you might think. But anyway, that brings us to today, where I've finally got all my plans figured out. I know what I'm doing, and it's time to fight the rival one last time. Good thing there's no Vaporona, things would be very sus. You behave yourself. Things are already sus. There's a reason why I didn't put breeding in the title. I was like, the Egg-isode instead. I was like, this could be the big breeding episode. I didn't want to call it that. Egg-isode at least has a bit of a pun. Here we go. I have never done this rival battle in Gold, Silver, Crystal. I did come here on Wednesday to see if he does appear, which he does, which is great. Which means I spoiled one thing for myself. But we'll get into that in a second. Hold it. You're going to take the Pokemon League challenge now? That's not going to happen. My super well-trained Pokemon are going to pound you. Now that's sus. But also, yeah, the fact that he says that as if you're about to go take the League challenge, like, my guy, why didn't you appear here the first time? I know it's because we had to find you at Mountain Moon before you triggered here. I don't know. I wish this was more easily accessible. Like, the very first time that you fight him here didn't have to be on a Monday or a Wednesday, but it does. Adam, I challenge you. Here we go, one last fight with our rival. And I didn't know it until I spoiled it for myself by checking to see if it was going to trigger. But he gets the champion music? This I did not know. One thing I do know is, just because we've done this sort of out of order, not maybe out of order, but like because I built my team for Stadium 2, we are ahead in levels, whereas we probably would have not been, because I battled the Elite Four about 6 times, so really we should be about the same level as my rival right now, but unfortunately we are a little bit stronger. Which is annoying. I wish I could have done this at a more normal level without the additional boosts, but there's not really much I can do about that. Also, I'm writing down on my phone which Pokemon I'm KOing, because now I've got to the stage where I'm tracking my stat experience with my team to make it more easy to tell whenever I finish. So, I one times Sneasel. So I'll be tracking it down for this fight here. Oh, I turned on, yeah, I turned on Switch mode while I was, I turned on Switch mode because of doing the Elite Four. I was like, I'll just make it easier to get everyone grinded up to the right levels, without going over. So I should have this turned off. I'm going to treat it like it is turned off for this fight. But whenever I go to start training, like, the Pineco and stuff, I am going to turn it on. Since we've beaten all the challenges of the game besides Red, I'm gonna treat it like I don't need to have it on anymore. But for this fight, I'm gonna act like it's on, still on set mode. So I could swap out, but swapping out means I'm gonna have to, like, figure out how to distribute these stat experiences evenly. So I'm just gonna keep on wailing on him with Typhlosion, which honestly doesn't seem too bad because he didn't do anything besides Rain Dance. And Thunder Punch is on my squad, so There we go. And honestly, his Feraligatr being level 50 and my Typhlosion being 51, like, at least it's kind of even. Okay, so once again, I'm going to pretend like this is on set mode, so it's going to come into Crobat next. I need to write down Feraligatr 1 times Feraligatr. This is legitimately what I did whenever I was stat experience training in Pokemon Yellow, if you guys remember. I would write down, like, I know I can't really show it, but like I'd write down every Pokemon I knocked out, and then I would get their stats from Cerebi and just calculate it up manually. Like, I did that a lot. A lot of this is now no longer in this note because I've replaced it with all this Pokemon Crystal stuff. But like, I did a lot of maths and taking down notes to get everything perfect in Yellow. And I'm doing the same thing here. That's what we're all about here. This is going to be the most definitive way I can ever play these games. We're going to go for another Thunder Punch. Apparently Typhlosion just covers everything that our rival has to throw at us. Wing attack, that'll be alright. And Gengar is next. I need to write down that Crobat. 1 times Crobat. And I will let Typhlosion get knocked out if it happens. Just so I can make the stat experience thing easier. I'm pretty sure it works. So whenever you do EVs in Generation 3 and onwards, it's every Pokemon that fights it gets the EVs of the Pokemon. So that's 1, 2, or 3 EVs depending on the species. Whereas in this game, or these older games with Gen 1, Gen 2, you get the entire stat experience. Like Gengar here, for example, say its stat experience in Special was 200. Then Typhlosion gets 200 points. If I switch to another Pokemon, then they get 100 each. So I have to then start doing like halves, and that's way more inconvenient. So 1 times Gengar, Gengar, yeah, Gengar. Alakazam, okay. Well, from here I'm using Special on a Special user, so I'm probably not going to survive, but that's fine. Again, I'm okay with Typhlosion getting knocked out, so I can mark these down better. And this will be pretty much the only like battle that we're necessarily doing with our team today that I can think of, unless we start going through the Elite Four, in which case I'll be continuing to like mark this shit down. Getting a KO on an Alakazam as well, so 1 times Alakazam. Typhlosion is sweeping the entire team. I was not expecting that. I really thought he was going to resist more from that Flame Wheel. And Magneton, which means Typhlosion sweeps the entire final rival battle. It's kind of sad not needing to use the rest of my team, and I wish I could have, obviously. 1 times Magneton. There we go. And then I can calculate those off stream. But there's also something kind of poetic that my starter was the only Pokemon needed to defeat the entire team of the rival. And we weren't even like over leveled. We were like a couple levels higher than most of his Pokemon, and for Alligator we were 1 level higher than. Okay, I lost. 10,000, yes! I can buy Pokeballs! Darn, I still can't win. I have to think more about my Pokemon. Try not to lose. Anyway, I wasn't going to the Pokemon League anyway. Oh well, first let's heal up. Okay. And also, if it wasn't clear, since today's going to be about breeding, I'm going to be looking at my notes a lot because, as I said, I had a lot to plan. So I'm going to be looking at my notes on my Discord a lot to make sure I'm covering everything that I need to be doing. So, excuse me if I'm looking away frequently. Right, but that's good. We got $10,000 dues. I can now get some Pokeballs because they are going to be very necessary. Problem is, I'll probably need more money to do the actual breeding, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I probably should go through the Elite Four like once or twice. Okay, let's buy 30. We don't need a whole lot, but I just need them to actually catch what I need here. So, excuse me, sir. Okay, I am going to return to Saffron. Yes, I thought for a second there I was in the wrong place, but this is correct. Every time I hear this track, I always think this doesn't belong in Pokemon. It doesn't sound like a Pokemon song. Alright, hello Goldenrod. Alright, let's see. Let's just quickly go do the lottery while we're here. Go for it. 13530. Pretty sure that's what it was. I checked it earlier. Well, it was still Sunday. And that was... yeah. There's also the lady who does the quiz here. Like, I can listen to her radio show. I always forget about this. Okay, so that's not it. Maybe I'm pretty sure we talked to her. It is a password every night from 6 to midnight. Oh, for God's sake, it's because it's 3 a.m. Which means we are going to transfer over to morning, and annoyingly, like, this could have been the perfect time for me to catch Ladian on stream, but I didn't plan this, like, back then. I expected things to be not streamed at 3 fucking a.m. Right. Why am I here? Oh, because I took the train. Okay, I know what I'm... Excuse me, for fuck's sake. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to box 6. And deposit Typhlosion. And Donphan. Heracross. Espeon. And Kingdra. Gonna go quickly back to box 5. Oh shit. And we're gonna take out... I'll leave that there for now. Gengar. And then go back to box 6. This is gonna make sense. And this is why I haven't done this ahead of time. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna catch a bunch of Pokemon. And by a bunch I mean 10. Doesn't matter what they are, just 10. And that's why I needed Pokeballs. And my lack of money is why I couldn't do this until now. I couldn't do this off stream. I couldn't do this ahead of time because I didn't really want to go grinding the Elite Four further off stream. So, I need to catch 10 Pokemon, just 10 of anything. I'm putting Gengar on there just to put everything to sleep, to make it a bit easier to deal with. And the reason for this is because I have here Pokemon Gold, and Pokemon Silver is currently plugged into another SP. We are going to finally trade over our teams from Gold and Silver, which will add 10 more entries into our Pokédex, as well as just give us both of our teams. But it's necessary because of what I plan to do in terms of this breeding episode. So let's put you to sleep. Or not. I forgot I only had 9 Pokeballs before. Ugh. I swear to God. So I was playing Silver earlier, and I was doing like a little experiment, and the experiment didn't really go anywhere. I gave up on it. I'm not going to explain what it was, but excuse me. In the process of doing that experiment, I was catching a Ditto, and that Ditto was the most stubborn Ditto I've ever experienced. It copied my Poliwag, which was leading my party, and just refused to get in any of my Pokeballs. I threw probably like 20 Pokeballs total or more, and like, when I say Pokeballs, I'm not including just regular Pokeballs, I mean Great Balls, Ultra Balls. It was asleep at one point, and it just refused to stay in the ball. To my knowledge, whenever Ditto transforms, it takes on the catch rate of the Pokemon it switches into. If it does, it did not act like a Poliwag at all. It definitely acted more like a Ditto, which if it did, fair enough. If it was still Ditto catch rate, then that's fine. But it was fucking awful. For all the effort it put me through, like, I really should have kept going with the thing I was doing, but it really didn't matter. And technically, I probably didn't even need a Ditto. It's just that what I was doing, I didn't want to save, which meant changing boxes to get my other Ditto. It was just a bit of a pain in the ass. Yeah, there we go. Choo hoot hoot. And again, I do wish I could have had this all done ahead of time. It's Gina, got time to chat, pick up something nice today. I want you to have it, so I called. Will you come for it? Route 34. Oh yeah, I think I re-added Gina. I was just like going around looking for someone to rebattle, thinking that she was one of the people I had to rebattle, and it wasn't. She's the one who gives us a leaf stone, I'm pretty sure. So now she's got another one for us. Oh yeah, one other thing I did was, we've encountered some of the characters before, but there was characters that you can find Monday through to Sunday that give you a held item for different various types, and we hadn't ever done the one for Sunday, it seems, so I went and got that. That was a magnet. There we go. Where were they? They were just south of Ecruteak, so it was actually really easy to find them. So the only one that I believe we don't have is the one for Wednesday. So I'll just get that off stream, but it's a black belt for fighting types, I believe. I don't know why I want to check my bag there, I just need to keep catching. That's all we're doing right now. Yes, I do apologize. I wish I had the resources to catch these ahead of time. And the reason I didn't have the resources, and you might be thinking like, well, what happened to all the Pokeballs that you had at like the previous episodes? I used them. I have another thing that I'm planning, and so I used a whole bunch of Pokeballs, and unfortunately it meant that I had none left. Because the things that I used them on were also stubborn bastards, and it made everything really difficult and awkward. Why is everything breaking out? I swear to God. Like, these Pokemon that I'm encountering right now all have like the best catch of like 255, and they're input to sleep, so their catch rate should be really piss easy. And then they're fucking breaking out! Like, and now it's waking up. Let me see, Gen 2... Gen 2 catch... calculator. Go the fuck to sleep. If I put in Rattata at level 2 and it's asleep. How the hell? Oh, status asleep. Wait. Oh wow, yeah. So the sleep status only makes it from a 33.5 to a 37.5. So I'm really just wasting my time by putting it to sleep. But like, it's basically a 1 in 3 chance to catch every Pokeball. we go. Well, it's good to know I don't actually need to put them to sleep. I mean, let's do the same thing. Hoot hoot. Hoot hoot. Yeah, it's the same odds. Do the same crystal. Show all. Apparently, if we had a level ball, this would be 100% catch rate. Which we don't. Which is interesting. Right, so if it doesn't matter if they're asleep, if the difference is 4%, then I'm just gonna toss balls. But it feels like it matters. It certainly really does feel like it matters. It blows my mind that these moves can hit even though I'm a ghost type. I'm pretty sure like Gen 3 status normal type moves don't hit, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, there's I think that's Pokemon number 5? Oh, I said I needed to catch 10. No, that's wrong. I need to catch 12. Trading over teams is 6. What the hell am I talking about? Oh, thank you. Oh, when they're being quick. Oh, beautiful. Oh, it feels great when they just go straight in the ball. So I think that's 7. I think. Keep it up, guys. We're just... It's not taking nearly as long as if you guys all behave. There's 9. I'm sorry I have nothing to say, but I'm just having to mindlessly catch Rattata and Hoothoot. Again, I would have done this ahead of time. I would have been more prepared if I had any money. I just didn't want to like start doing the Elite Four ahead of time. I don't know why. Oh yeah, I remember why. It's because I didn't want to over level for the rival battle. I wanted to stay as low as I possibly could at this stage. 10, nice. That's why I didn't do it, because then, yeah, the alternative was, like, try and go to... I was, like, considering the options of, like, trading over certain Pokemon from Gold and Silver and using those to fight the Elite Four for me, and then boosting up the, Pineco and stuff. But I was like, nah, because those Pokemon are not quite as good level, and it's gonna be a pain, and blah 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 blah. The whole thing didn't really work out in a way that made sense, so I just went, fuck it. I'll do the rival fight first, and if I need to do the Elite Four once or twice, then that's fine. I can get some money from that, and then we'll do the breeding and yada 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 yada. It'll all fall into place. It was basically the thinking. But it did mean that I basically had to do nothing but wait. Oh, come on, Rattata, don't be a prick. Oh, he's being a prick. Yay, okay. One more, and then we can start the trading. I almost went to try and attack it. I don't know why. Something very just instinctual came over me right there. Ideally, I'd like to keep this Gengar at level 40 just in case I want to trade it to Gold and Silver to do their roaming legendaries, but for right now, not the case. Oh, this final Hoothoot and final Rattata are both trying to be pricks. Just get in the ball, stay in the ball, behave yourself. Thank you. Okay, so I think that's enough, if I remember, if I've counted correctly. So let's go to Goldenrod. Get us in the right location for the breeding section of today's episode. We'll deposit Gengar. Throw that. I feel very nude with just Hoothoot and Rattata on my person, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8. Plus 4. Yeah, that makes sense. That is correct. Okay. Right, let me turn on this additional SP. Thankfully, everything in silver and gold are ready to go. Like, there's nothing more I need to do there. Just trade them over. So with this, we're finally going to get some more additions to our Pokédex, which is just going to help with completion, and it's going to be fantastic. Just a word of warning ahead of time, I have applied items to all of the Pokemon I'm trading over, because the items they had were for their own adventures, like held items like Miracle Seed and all that. I don't need those, obviously, so I've just decided to use the money that I have in those games to buy additional vitamins, which are going to go towards the Pokemon we're going to be breeding. So you can finally see, actually, well, I've cut it off the screen. I can finally reveal, at least in these episodes, the team that we have for Pokemon Silver. So the team here is Feraligatr, Togetic. I should show off their movesets as well. So Feraligatr with Surf, Earthquake, Slash, and Ice Beam. Togetic, which is why I didn't need to do another one because I planned on having one in this team, with Fly, Headbutt, Metronome, and Charm. Ampharos for Thunder Punch, Fire Punch. It still has Tackle, it shouldn't have Tackle. And Thunder Wave. Umbreon with Feint Attack, Psychic, Shadow Ball, and Quick Attack. And Sudowoodo with Rock Slide, Low Kick, Strength, and Mimic. Oh, and Scizor with Steel Wing, Wing Attack, Fury Cutter, and Swords Dance. So, for this team, I decided I wanted the other evolution, which obviously I had Espeon on. I had Espeon on my actual team here. I knew that I wanted to have Umbreon on one of the other teams, and so I chose Silver. Basically, Silver was kind of the team where it's like, if I was not doing this specifically for the Master Challenge with the team I already picked, what team would I then pick instead? And those were all sort of the Pokemon I wanted to go with. I'd like the Umbreon, I'd go with Togetic, I'd go for Ampharos. Ampharos you can't get in Crystal, so like that was one reason why it wasn't on my team in this game. Otherwise it would have been. It was absolutely like on the cards to be in my team if it was not. And I was going to trade it over and do that like I did with Fanpy, and I just decided against it. At least Fanpy can be a TNT in Crystal. I wanted to stay in Crystal for Crystal. But here comes our starter for Alligator from Silver, which let me just add that to the Pokédex. Maybe I'll just do all of them right now while I have the chance. So Togetic will be getting added. Ampharos is getting added. Umbreon is getting added. And Scizor is getting added. And we are trading over a Pokemon that we already have in the game, which is Sudowoodo. But like, again, I sort of went to myself like, what would I find myself using in a normal playthrough? And like, I think everyone at one point or another sort of picked the Sudowoodo that they got one encounter of and was like, I'm going to use that on my team. So I wanted to use it. It was difficult enough picking a team for Crystal. It was really difficult picking a team for Crystal and Gold as well, or for Silver and Gold as well, to play through with, just with the amount of options I had available to me. Seemed very small already to begin with, and then was even smaller whenever I had to get down to Silver and Gold, and it's like, man, I need to really sort of pick and choose here. And for some Pokemon, there were overlapping types, and it's like, man, I need to use some on that one and some on this one. It was difficult planning all this, and this was planned months ago. But in the end, I actually really enjoyed using all the Pokemon that I put on all three of my games. And like, because I played through Silver originally before I even started, like, I don't even think I'd made it to Azalea Town, but before I, like, basically just destroyed Silver version. Like, I grew attached to this team pretty quickly, and then with Gold, I was much later at completing Gold, but when I eventually did complete Gold, I again got attached to that team, so, like, it's doing exactly what I wanted. I wanted to connect with the Pokemon that I wouldn't normally use, or the Pokemon I would not have on my main team. Like, I'm enjoying the teams I've built so far for all these playthroughs. You know, red, blue, green, obviously, and yellow, and then now gold, silver, and crystal. Like, everything I've built, I've been very happy with so far. There's not really been any Pokemon I've gone, well, you're a bit naff. Togetic is not the greatest Pokemon to have on a team, but again, everyone that played Johto for the first time got that Togepi egg and hatched it and went, oh my god, yes, even though it was crap. Didn't matter. And it's one of those ones that, like, we know that later on it's eventually going to evolve again, but, again, it's not a Gen 2 playthrough if you're not going to get a Togepi and use it, at least for a bit, without realizing that it was crap. So that's why it was on my Silver team. Because I wanted my Silver team to be as close to what, like, young me would have used as possible, with the exceptions of Scizor and Umbreon, really, because, like, I would probably have gone Espeon over Umbreon, and also I don't think I would have figured out Friendship Evolution back then as a kid. But Scizor was more of a, well, if I could make one addendum that Kid Me didn't make, because Kid Me, I've talked about my original Silver playthrough a couple times in here, where I've talked about, like, the shiny Mareep I found when I was around 6 years old and ran away from, and one of the other things on that team was a Pidgeot. Pidgeot became basically my pseudo starter. Like, I used it more than my Feraligatr in that playthrough, and like, I didn't want to put Gen 1 Pokemon on the team, so I didn't use a Pidgeot on my Silver team. I was really tempted to break the rule just to have a Pidgeot and make it seem just like the old days, but I voted against it and went for Gen 2 only. So I probably could have had a Pidgeot on my team instead of Scizor, if I did what I wanted to do. But I chose against it, and I think it was the right thing to do. Sudowoodo was honestly, like, better than I expected him to be on the team. I think everyone on that team actually had, like, a part to play at some point in another. Surprisingly enough, even Togetic, using Metronome and Charm and stuff actually came out quite handy. It was also came down to, like, I needed a Pokemon on the team that knew Fly, and my options for Fly were very limited for Gen 2 Pokemon. You'll see when it comes to Gold, I sort of picked a Pokemon that I wouldn't have necessarily wanted to have picked, but I did, because it was one of the few remaining that was a Gen 2 Pokemon that could learn Fly, and also unique enough. My face! My hips. I didn't know Sudowoodo. I didn't know Sudowoodo was like that. Oh boy. Finally, Rattata for Scizor. Thankfully, there's basically nothing left to do in my Silver and Gold games other than the roaming legendaries, and my plan for that is just the Gengar I have, or I might breed another Gengar for each game so they can have their own dedicated Gengar for that purpose. Yes, next up, I have it prepped and ready to go. I just need to obviously swap out the Pokemon that I've just got. But we'll trade over from our Gold team and get that done. You can see now why a lot of planning had to go into this episode. As like, had to do all the trades in one episode, but also like plan out what Pokemon I needed. I don't know. This whole thing was an absolute mess. And so far, there's not been pretty much anything in this episode besides fighting the rival. But I'm trying my best, guys. I'm trying. I'm trying to cut out all the needless fluff, but also this is a live stream, and so cutting out things doesn't exactly work or exist. Okay, so let's deposit everything we just got. So, oh, hang on, I should take off the vitamins. I give these guys all protein, and then I gave all the ones in Gold the one for special. Because I just sort of figured those would be the most useful things to give. And maybe I don't need to go this far as to give the level 5s stat boosting stuff, but like, I assume it'll be better than giving them nothing besides just breeding them outright. Because I get the opinion that they're probably going to have decent IVs, or EVs, or stat experience, whatever you call it, in Stadium 2 whenever we're doing that cup. Okay, and then we just gotta get a whole bunch more tat. And then deposit Scizor. Our Silver team is now safely home, or I guess safely transferred over to Crystal version. Now we gotta do the same thing for Gold, so let me stay here for a sec. Let me turn Silver off. Plug in Gold. Silver can go over here. Alright, and now let's connect with our Gold playthrough and reveal the team that we had there. What? Dark Flare? So here is our Pokemon Gold team. So there's our Meganium that we started with, or rather our Chikorita that is now evolved up into a Meganium. With Razor Leaf, Body Slam, Synthesis, and Light Screen. We got a Slowking, because... So Gold I wanted to go for Pokemon that maybe I wouldn't have otherwise gone for, or that were maybe a bit more inconvenient to get a hold of. So I wanted a Slowking that I got the King's Rock for in this game, and then traded it over to Silver, then traded it back. Because I've never used a Slowking on a team, and it's one of the cool like new Pokemon that were introduced here. Obviously had a big part in the second movie. And it covered my water type for Surf. So Surf, Confusion, Shadow Ball, and Curse. Steelix. Everyone loved Steelix. I'm sort of like indifferent to it, but like I figured again another cool one that I basically just wanted the two Metal Coat evolutions on the team, Scizor and Steelix. So I wanted to sort of get them out of the way and put them on a team to actually use them. That's the thing with a lot of these Pokemon is you didn't actually get an opportunity to use them in the playthrough. So that was my sort of excuse to use Steelix and Scizor, was get them done early, and get them evolved early. This was actually an Onix I bred to have Rock Slide, I think. This one actually got a lot of breeding on its team. So Skarmory again was one I think I bred. By bred, what I meant is I wanted them to be level 5, so I think I traded over most of these Pokemon at level 5 after just hatching. Or rather, I hatched them in this game, but they were eggs when I had them in this game. So I traded them over as eggs and let them hatch here so they had the correct ID number. Not all of them were bred for a specific reason. This one was bred for Rock Slide, I'm pretty sure. This one was only bred to be level 5. And then Macargo was also bred to be level 5 because you don't get it until much later in Kanto, basically. But I did want to use a Slugma on the team because you don't get to use one at all in Generation 2. And that would cover my my fire type. I also believe I had to get Acid Armor bred down to it. So that was another reason to do it. But yeah, Macargo, I wanted to use one. And then, just like in Generation 1, the Pseudo-Legendary goes on this team. So this was going to be a Tyranitar, it just needs to keep on leveling up by the time that you beat Generation 2. And both of these files have beaten Red, by the way. So by the time that you beat Generation 2, it's not enough experience. So at some point we'll be leveling up our Pupitar here into a Tyranitar, and that will complete that line. But there we go, there. Definitely never used some of them. Yeah, a lot of breeding. A lot of breeding was done indeed. Ahead of time, and again, a lot of planning went into this series. But yeah. So yeah, I bred the Onix so that it had Rock Slide. And I had to learn about how egg moves get bred down to be able to do that, which obviously I had to do for Corsola and Ancient Power for Donphan. Like, it's been such a pain in the ass to learn all this. And that's why tonight's episode took so long to figure out. I had to figure out egg moves. So, spoiler alert, we're going to be breeding down some more egg moves for our Little Cup team. But there is our Meganium. So let me start adding these guys to the Pokédex as well. So I guess I was wrong. I said we'd be getting another 10, which again, I keep on saying 10 whenever like I mean 12. I keep on forgetting that a Pokemon team is 6 Pokemon, not 10. 6 Pokemon, not 5. I suppose I was indirectly correct because we have 1 Pokemon on each team that we already have. So like Skarmory we already have, and then Sudowoodo we already have. So we are essentially getting plus 10. Let me add these guys. So Meganium goes there. And let's see, Slowking, we're adding Slowking. Haven't got that yet. Steelix we've got now. Oh, this is looking a lot more full up. Oh yeah, it's got trade over Corsola. Haven't done that yet. Skarmory. Oh yeah, I never actually caught a Skarmory in this game because I was trading it over. That's why. Okay, and then Tyranitar's not done. So at the end of all these trades, then our Johto Dex now sits at 72 out of 100. Our National Dex 89 out of 251. And I will be trading over everything from Pokemon Yellow at some point soon. I think the next time we do Pokemon Stadium 2, I am going to prep a box full of Gen 1 Pokemon that we can trade over. So like a box of Rattata or something that we can trade over to Yellow. I will trade over a couple like on stream, but I will do all the rest of them off stream just so that they're all traded over. Just so we can fill up our Generation 1 section of the Pokédex. I'll not be keeping them in the PC boxes because there's no need to do so. I'll be sending them back to Gen 1 to stay there. That's where they belong. But that's a later thing to do. That's not right now. Because I want to be able to get the, what's it called? The diploma at the end of this game as well, and if we don't trade over the Gen 1 Pokemon, then we can't do that, so it's a little bit of like extra completionist stuff for me. But, it'll take like less time, thankfully, doing it through Stadium 2 because we can trade over much quicker, and we don't have to put them in a party. I was gonna trade these guys over in Stadium 2 actually as well tonight, and then just switch the scenes over back to GameCube, but I have to then plug in and out the console and switch the scenes and switch the sync and all that, and it would be a lot more messy. There's a reason why I never jump between Stadium and Game Boy Player in one stream, and it's just because it would require a lot more finagling than it needs. It's gonna be basically just like the GS Ball, where we had to like sit out for like 10-15 minutes just doing shit off screen half the time, while I'm like desperately like, oh, what's happening? You're right, miss. I can't believe we're nearly an hour into stream and I haven't started breeding yet. Even though it's like one of the focal points of tonight's episode, we are still going to do it. That is the point of tonight. Oh, I don't even know where I'm going to start though. There is a lot to do. In the meantime, what's on Pokemon Go? That's a Shuppet. 2 more trades to go. Yeah, it's nice to finally reveal these guys. Technically, if you have watched some of my videos on YouTube lately, you will know some of these team members because they were in some of the videos. Because of my Shiny Ho-Oh video and my Shiny Lugia video. They both may have spoiled my team or spoiled parts of my team. But if you've been only watching the Pokémon Master Challenge, then you won't have seen those. And it still surprised you. And I even tried in those videos to hide my team as best as I could, other than like sending them out to battle. But oh well. I like to keep it all a bit of a surprise. Macargo looks surprised to be here, like, huh? Me? I think Macargo, or rather Slugma, really struggled through the gold playthrough. It finally became useful when it became Macargo, but like, man, it really struggled to get going. Basically, its only move for like the entire game was Smog, which is not very good. Like a 20 power poison type move for a fire type Pokemon, and it took ages to learn Ember, I'm pretty sure. It just really struggled, and then like its damage output is ass. It really struggled to get any sort of traction in the gold playthrough. Take care of Hoot. Goodbye, Pupitar. Remember, I'm looking down at my Game Boy that is trading over the other Pokemon. Look at him blink. This is why we didn't catch an additional Larvitar, which probably was obvious to everybody. But there we go. That is both our gold and silver teams traded over. Okay. But am I done? I don't know. Okay, so let's... Oh, I forgot about the items again. Ugh. Okay, well, it's fine. Let's just... am I, by the way? Am I in Celadon? I think I am, aren't I? No, where am I? I'm in Celadon. Okay. Iridium. Low King. Steelix. Skarmory. Macargo. And quickly just change box real quick. Okay. Would you believe me that these 5 Pokemon are the reason why it took me so fucking long? Or why it took me so many Pokeballs to... It's basically why I have no Pokeballs right now. Anyway, why do I have a bunch of random Zubat and Geodude? I will tell you exactly why. But first... we have 2 more trades to do. Surprise! But we're going back in the past for this one. You just get it ready here. I didn't actually get this one prepared ahead of time. Oh, that looks weird to go back to. Hi everyone! Good to see you all. Right. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, anyway. So, we are trading with one of our past selves, or another adventure. There is our Pikachu from Pokemon Yellow, holding a light ball with Surf. This is the one. This is the one that we spent all of our previous adventure getting. Venusaur, of course, Charizard, Blastoise, Nidoking has TM43 for some reason, and Cloyster. And we are going to be trading for 2 of these guys. We'll be returning them, but we need them for part of the breeding process here. So some of our previous adventure Pokemon are going to get busy. Just make sure I'm trading over the correct 2. I'm pretty sure I am, so... Is this right? Hang on. Oh, am I not needing to do this? Have I done that wrong? Oh no, this is necessary. Okay. Okay. So we'll be temporarily borrowing Charizard and another one of our Pokemon. So let me just quickly update the Pokédex. This is only a temporary edition of Charizard as he was previously caught. And you as well, because you'll be getting traded back. So yeah, we need Charizard because he's got a move on it that needs to be bred down, and I couldn't breed this down from a Generation 2 Pokemon in any reasonable way. So it has to come from another Pokemon, and the only good option was to trade over my Gen 1 Charizard. And the other one is our Nidoking. Again, Nidoking has something that we need, that out of all the possible ways of breeding it down, this was the quickest and most efficient way to breed it down. So, I'm trading over my Nidoking as well. And these are, again, just temporary until we're trading them over proper for the Stadium 2 stuff, which is what this little box of 5 Geodude and Zubat were all about. They were various Gen 1 Pokemon that I could trade. So I'll be filling that box to 20 different Gen 1 Pokemon once I'm done, so that we can actually do this whole thing. Right. Excuse me. It's finally time to begin breeding. I think. Let's not forget that breeding also takes a long time for eggs. Going for a walk. You enjoy, Dark Flare. Have fun. Okay, so there we go. Okay. Since we have these guys now, I'm gonna take the Bitter Berry, since they don't keep them when they go back. I mean, they do keep them in the sense that, like, all the Gen 1 Pokemon that you trade over get items generated based on something. I don't know exactly what it is. But it's the same for every species. So let's see what TM43 was that attacked. Thanks, Nidoking. Right, so with this, let's now go in here, let's withdraw Crobat. Now we can deposit Charizard and Nidoking. Oh, I can turn yellow off now. I've just been sitting there with it. Unplug that cable. There, will you do there? Ah, you'll do there. Okay. Okay, back to box 5. This is gonna be really messy, going between all these boxes, but it's really the only option I have, unfortunately. So, let me withdraw Christmas, our shiny Ditto, and let me withdraw... I'm gonna withdraw Chansey, because with all this moving around on the bike, it's just gonna help Chansey with its evolution. I forgot to add it to the team the first time, but Chansey has an evolution as well. It's based on friendship, which means we just have to basically keep it with us and do things with it for a long time. So, one of those things is going to be... Oh my god, it's morning. Look how yellow the game is. We don't get to see it like this often. We can give it a haircut as well. I don't know if the haircut brothers are actually here on a Monday. I know there's one day where they're just absent. Hello. Oh, what the hell? I didn't know about this. So you can buy nuggets from this guy. You sell them at 5,000. Sure. Oh, for fuck. I don't know about this guy ever. But like, if we buy a nugget from him and then sell it, then we've made profit. So like, why not? God, it's so yellow. Very sunrisey. Okay, let's deposit the EXP share for now as well, just to make things slightly easier for ourselves. And 6 calcium. And we don't really need this. Okay. Okay, so there's no haircut brother today, so that's fine. Where am I going? Right, hello, sir. Oh, but only one of each. Oh, okay. Wait, oh, okay, so you only got to buy one time. You can buy as many of them as you can possibly get your hands on. We're not open today. You just sold me these items. Okay, well, I better make fucking profit on this. I make profit on the nugget, that's for sure. The pearl, I don't know. I bought it for $6.50. So I make 50 on it. And then this was 4,500. We sell it for 500. So we made a profit, but not much. It's not a bad thing, but like, yeah. So what is it that we're getting what, 10% back? That doesn't make sense because the other one was 50. It doesn't matter. Whatever. We made some small amount of profit. Right. So let's get to our first breed. So okay, so I need a female Cyndaquil to start off with. With our limited amount of money, I need to be careful with this. Let me just see. Okay, no. Okay, which box are we in? Actually, that's the one that's gonna take a lot. Oh my god, that's a lot. I need to look around my boxes here. This is so messy. Don't know where any of the things are that I'm looking for. I wish I planned this out better. You're male. Okay. Right, what do I need? What do I need? Help me. So to start this off, I need a... Oh, fuck's sake. What's in here? Okay. Give me you. This is how messy it's gonna get. Let's go back to box 6. You know what? Aaron, I'm busy. Okay. I was originally just going to breed, fuck it. This is so, okay. I was originally going to breed, something. What was I gonna breed? I was gonna breed a Ditto with the Pupitar I just got because I need a female Larvitar for this first one that we're doing. But I've just realized that that is less than ideal. Because hatching a hatching an egg for that is going to take forever. So let's quickly go to Mount Silver and we'll try and find ourselves a female Larvitar, which I think should be doable enough. Let me get Flash. This is such a mess. Even with all my planning, I feel like I haven't planned this well at all. Okay, and then we need... There's so many box changes. Right, give me you. Okay, we just need to go and find, Alright, Gengar lead the pack. No, Crobat lead the pack for now. Because of levels. Okay, I'm just gonna drop a save here, because oh my god, it feels like we've done a lot, even though we've done literally nothing. Okay, let me look back at my notes. So, we need a female Larvitar. And I need Poke Earth open. We're on Mount Silver. Generation 2, please. So Crystal during the morning. Okay, we're in the entrance. So we can find it here for 5%. Or next area is 5%. Or the very final area is 9%. Whatever. We'll just go as deep as we can go, and if we find it, we find it. Ugh. I am sorry for this episode. We are now an hour and 15 minutes in without breeding. This is with all my planning in mind you. Because I did plan a lot. But no amount of planning can prep you for the real thing. I also need... we might need that. That's if we're even doing that. I don't know what we're doing with that. Ah, oh my god. I'm being so vague about things, I don't want to give away what exactly our team is going to be. But it's just... there's gonna be a lot of breeding. Oh, a lot of breeding. Still haven't collected the items here. Look at his big mane. Okay, we can now find Larvitar at 9%, so please, make with the goods. This will be the moment where I find Pupitar. Oh, that's right. If we find Larvitar, we still need to find it at a female. Which, actually, let's check and see what is its male to female ratio. Hey! Never mind, it's perfect for me. It's 50%, by the way. But there we go. So, that at least was nice and easy to deal with. So, Gengar, let's go in. Its catch rate is 45. It knows bite. Hypnosis. Doesn't affect Larvitar. Great. My precious little boy ears. Hypnosis. It does affect Larvitar. I better be able to breed this son of a bitch. Daughter of a bitch. Aw, come on. Here's me thinking I didn't need Pokeballs anymore, and I'm desperately clinging on to what little Pokeballs I have. Oh, don't be doing this. I'm worried about hitting it with like Nightshade or something in case like it doesn't have 40 HP. I'm sure it does, but like, what if it doesn't? Yeah, there we go. Okay. That was nice. Not too difficult. Oops. It had 55. Okay, so we could have done it. Right, so with that, we need that and that. Okay, so let's get out of here. Do I have an escape rope on me? I'm going to assume probably not. Nope. Alright, back out the way we came. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. What? The breeding can now begin. Right now, we're not breeding for the specific Pokemon for the team. We're going to be breeding for an egg move. Don't get too excited. We're not even close to being done with even one team member. And even this first one actually takes a lot. Have I planned this out correctly? Yeah. Okay. This first one is gonna take a while. I actually need to catch another thing. But that can maybe wait. I want to at least just get started, because the actual starting process for this one might take a while as well. Oh, there's a Larvitar. And that's a female. Wow, why couldn't you have appeared on the way in? Oh my god. What is blocking the door? A Graveler. Right. You know what, let me take a quick little peek to see about this one that I'm thinking about right now. Because we do need one. And it's part of this process. They're 50-50. They're found there. That is 50-50, and they're found there, okay. Okay. I have another place to go. Because it's going to be necessary. This one needs to be... Oh, God. Okay, we need a female. We need a female. The reason we're looking for females of everything is because that's the Pokemon's going to be breeding down the move to its offspring. And the female is the Pokemon that produces the egg of the species, so you can't breed down an egg move. How do I explain this? If you need to breed down an egg move, the parent... Okay, so let's say, so Larvitar, for example, right? It might not naturally learn the move that I'm about to teach it, but another species of Pokemon can. So for me to get a Larvitar that knows that move, it needs to be a female because only female produce the eggs of the species. So you need a male knowing the egg move, the move in question, and then a female that doesn't know the move, or does know the move, but in this case doesn't know the move, that you will then breed together to create a female version of the Pokemon you need with that move. And I need to do that twice effectively for this first Pokemon. Maybe even 3 times? There's a lot going into this first one. So I need a female, which is gonna... It's a 50-50 for the Pokemon I'm looking for. Again, I would have had all this prepped ahead of time. I only just finished the planning for the actual breeding, like, an hour before I start going streaming, before I start going live. Which, the prep work for that took a long time in general, because I had to decide on the moves I wanted, and then decide on how I had to get there, because I had to figure out the breeding for all the egg moves. And then on top of all that, I had no Pokeballs to even do any of these catches ahead of time. So I was well screwed. From the moment I had this idea, we haven't bred a single Pokemon. In this breeding episode, we haven't bred a single Pokemon. Oh. Please, I just need a female. There we go. We needed a female Cubone or a Marowak. Okay. Gengar. I had literally just thought about that. I'm like, I'm pretty sure Cubone's one of the ones I remember seeing on the list of Pokemon that can flee. Well, I mean, okay, these Pokemon are low level, so I should lead with Gengar. If we find the Marowak, which is a 5% encounter, then it doesn't flee. It's only Cubone that flees. And Cubone's a 30% encounter, so it shouldn't be this inconsistent in appearing. But it is. At least I think it's a 30% if my small glance at Cerebi was correct. I could just use Flash here. I don't need to be in darkness. But I'm pretty sure the encounter actually is quicker in the dark because, like, it has less screen to cover up with the transition. I wouldn't have thought that would have mattered, but, like, I feel like in some of my, like, shiny hunting or encounters in dark caves, like, the actual Pokemon appears sooner in the song. Come on, where the hell did it go? Away. Rock tunnel. No, this is the power plant. What the fuck? Rock tunnel. In Gen 2. We are in... No, you're lying. You are lying. Supposedly Cubone is the most common thing that you can find here. At 30%. Geodude is also 30%, fair enough, but like... I was only finding Geodude and Machop for a while there, which Machop is 20%. Machoke is 5%, so when we're finding Machoke, we should also be finding Marowak. But no! Let's not forget, when we do find it, we need it to be female, so even if we find it, it's not even entirely useful. Unless it's the one we need, which we did find it, and I didn't prep for it fleeing. My god. I'm sorry that this is such a nothing episode. A lot of these ones towards the end of Crystal's gameplay have been nothing episodes, but this is just what the grind is, unfortunately. To be fair, I probably don't need to be going this hard in the Little Cup. I'm sure you could probably just beat it with rental Pokemon. But I like to do everything really extra for some reason. What is Cubone's catch rate? 190. Well, that's nice at least. What's nicer? Female. I need to breed. There we go. Okay, and mean look. Hypnosis. With my precious few Pokeballs left, let's catch this thing. Please don't be difficult. We don't need to be doing this. Ah! Ah! Thank you. Right. Now the breeding can begin. Okay. Right, let's firstly switch these guys around. And apply to Saffron. Fuck off, Alan. Wow. Riveting. Thank God this train takes us to Saffron. I mean, Goldenrod. Okay. Let the breeding begin! Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. We're finally starting. Okay, I don't even know what PC box we're in right now. Box 5. Okay. Let's deposit Gengar, and Paris. And right now I need... These are gonna get so messy. Between these boxes. Okay, right now I need... Non-fan. I'm gonna drop a save, because I don't necessarily want Donphan to gain XP this way, but let's hope this works. I'm the daycare lady. Should I raise a Pokemon for you? Yes! I would like you to take my male Donphan. And this is kind of fucked up. I'm giving the man a sleeping Larvitar. The woman just disappeared there. But thankfully, it's sleep in battle. That's how it works. This Larvitar that was left with the daycare man. It has no interest in Donphan. What do you mean? Hang on. Gen 2 breeding. It has no interest. You're not? What's the fuck? Have I made a big stupid fuck up? Where the hell's Donphan? Donphan's there. Donphan is not... What? How did I make that mistake? It's like this was the first one that I did. How did I make this mistake? Oh no! You've got to be fucking kidding me. Right, okay, so... Right, okay, I need to replan live on the spot. Go away, get out of the power plant. Why are you on that screen? Okay, so you need to learn... so you need it from... Alright, let's see, what are the A groups? You are that and that, okay. There's so many fucking ads on Cerebi now, Jesus Christ. You are that, okay, so what is one of those? And then mixed with one of those. My god, ads, fuck off! Okay, you know what? That is doable, so we could do that instead. This is salvageable, okay. Instead of doing it this way, right, I'm gonna reset because I'm just saving the precious $100. Ugh, what a fucking nightmare. Yeah, the A groups are weird. It took a long time to understand them. I still don't. Right, Donphan, fuck off. Apparently you're the wrong fucking egg group, which I thought you weren't. I thought you were correct, but I, despite planning this ahead of time, made a tremendous fuck up. But Charizard though? No, he's what we're looking for. I guess. Man, I hope this is correct. Okay, so Charizard and Larvitar. No, no, this is wrong, because I don't have... okay, hold on. My god, the ads are so annoying. Okay, okay, okay. What is this? Monster. Okay, right. So I need to breed it onto a monster. What Pokemon is considered a monster? Not that one. Monster Dragon. Okay, well I need to breed it onto a field. No. How is that possible? Right, okay, so... Is none of these compatible? Have I majorly fucked this up? What are you? You're field. You are field and water. So how do I get it onto the monsters? You are field. I'm so... Wow. Alright, let me look at this again. Larvitar, you are a... You're only a monster. So you need to breed with something that is part of the monster family. That can learn this move. But none of the Pokemon... No, yeah, you. But I need you to learn it, so I need... Okay, so I need a... Oh my god. Well, this doesn't make any sense. Okay. You're a monster. You're monster grass. I'm gonna have to like take this one away and figure this one out because, oh my god. Okay, I can't figure this one out right now. It's taking a lot. I thought I had it done ahead of time. So, I need to breed... The move I'm looking to breed is Ancient Power. I need to get it on to a monster type of some kind. Or a grass type. But the selection of Pokemon that can learn it... Like, you can learn it. But the problem is, none of the Pokemon that can learn Ancient Power are falling under these other categories. So the categories that you can learn naturally are Water 1, Water 3, Flying, and then Water 1, Water 3 again. Whereas what I've got it on is the only one that's in the Field Egg group. So I could breed it to other Field Egg group Pokemon, but none of the other Pokemon in this list that can learn Ancient Power. Okay, no, there is one, sorry. Swinub and Piloswine, they can learn it. But they're also only in Field, so like... Basically, we need to be able to breed it to another Egg group type. So from field to, say, monster, or field to dragon, that kind of thing. But none of them are intermingling in any way. Oh, is this... Okay, so is this the way to do it? Okay, yeah, I figured out the way that it needs to be done. We need to breed... Oh, that's so dumb. I need to breed... I need to get the Corsola from Silver. That I think is still in here. Corsola has Ancient Power, because that's the one that we trained up. Corsola can then breed with Water 1, which is the Totodile line. And then the Totodile line can then breed with the Pokemon that I need, because Totodile is also part of the monster line. So I figured it out. That's how we do this. That's so... Right, so let me go in and change my notes here. So... Corsola is... Wait a minute, hang on. Is that even possible? Isn't Corsola like 100% female? Corsola. No, it's a 25 to 75, which makes sense because I did have to breed Ancient Power down from it in the first place. Right, so that means that I have a male Corsola, which is perfect. But I need a female of the Totodile line. Okay. I'm losing my fucking mind. Okay. Let me put this into my notes. Just so it's clear. So, give me you. So, we need a male Corsola with Ancient Power to breed with a female Totodile, and then the female Totodile, no, a male Totodile offspring with Ancient Power, then breeds with that, and then we have that. Brilliant! That's figured out now. What a fucking mess. Okay. I'm gonna put that one on the back burner. Because I need to trade Corsola over from Silver, and that's just a pain in the ass. So, in the end, we didn't need this Totodile at all. I also don't know which box I just put it in. Okay, put it into box 6. Let me take it back out and put it in somewhere else. So, yeah, give me you. The next one we're going to do is, I mentioned it already, we're going to breed our Typhlosion to get a Cyndaquil. Let me check the moveset here. Yeah, that's why we're doing it now. Because I do have a female Cyndaquil already. But it's not a very good one. Right, you can go away. Please. And we need a different Ditto. Where did level 31 go? There it is. We need a different Ditto because if we use the shiny Ditto, then the shiny genes might pass down and then it's gonna fuck up everything. For like some of the breeding later. So like I do have a female Cyndaquil here, but this was done a long time ago just to have a female. It doesn't have like its current moveset, so I'm gonna breed it now to see if it breeds down like Flamethrower and stuff. Because if it does, then that's just helpful. It will just make it a lot easier if it can breed down these moves. Which it might not do. But this one, thankfully, is a nice straightforward one. All we need is a female Cyndaquil, and then we breed it with our Gen 1 Nidoking to get its egg move. Let me save. What a state. In the end, it didn't even matter. Nope, it didn't. But I can at least sort that one out, and maybe even while I am in the process of hatching an egg, because it will take some time, I can even get Silver loaded up and get the Corsola ready to trade over. Right. We've saved. Oh, I forgot you have my Pokemon still, which means I've just saved and wasted money. Alright, Where did I just put you? Box 2? Ugh, give me that fucking Charizard back. Okay. Navigating boxes right now is gonna be a pain in the ass. Questions on the test won't be that hard, the test. You really do need like some sort of incredible degree to learn how to breed Pokemon. Never mind like modern day Pokemon where it's learning about IVs and EVs. Right. You can go into this box now. I did change box, didn't I? Please tell me I changed box. I did, okay. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, I'm not looking for anything. Right, so you probably still have something on you, don't you? Oh, I don't? Okay, good, okay. Take my Typhlosion. No. Oh, fine then. Let me save. Oh, breeding for a female is gonna be such a pain in the ass. Yes, take my Typhlosion. And you take my Ditto. You two like each other, correct? And now we just have to bike until we get Egg. We're finally breeding our first Pokemon! Yes, one of our team members, only one reveal so far, is going to be a Cyndaquil. Oh boy. Right, in the meantime, I'm gonna quickly do stuff here on Pokemon Silver. On my other hand, so let's deposit a Hoot Hoot. We're just looking for a man to show up there in the door. Box is full. This is why, it only took a couple of migraines, honestly. This is not 4 AM material, nearly 5 AM material right here. This does take a long time, and I am desperately trying to like do stuff with my other hand. Okay. Go to box 1. Yes, you can save the game, thank you very much. Withdraw. And I'm looking for... Ursula, there it is. Okay. You can see now why we need money, because the amount of steps this is taking means that I'm probably going to end up leveling up Pokemon, and I might also like overwrite movesets, and I don't want to do that. Please go away. Okay, so I've got Crystal ready to go with Ursula. Aha! Okay, our first egg. I don't know when the egg is generated in these games. It sort of feels like they're generated... Normally, it's generated when you receive it, like this, but like I feel like it's not like that in Generation 2. It might be generated sort of like ahead of time. I don't know how to describe it. Needs a little more time with us. Let me see. Typhlosion is level 52. And you just need to basically keep an eye on it to make sure it doesn't learn any moves. Typhlosion. Because like it can level up, I don't mind, but not ideal. I'd like to keep them away from leveling up in the daycare. It doesn't learn anything other than Flamethrower at level 60, which Wait, is that right? I thought it knew Flamethrower already. What? Oh yeah, no, yeah, it learns Flamethrower at level 60, duh. Which is what we want, to be fair. Alright, now we can begin hatching our first egg. And we just have to pray that we get a female. This is the part of breeding that sucks, is we're gonna be breeding like some starters, and we just have to hope that we get females for the purposes of breeding them down. Oh, scrambled eggs with pancakes. What's the second version called? Okay, that's Silver ready to go if I decide to do that tonight. Don't find a Pokemon, please. But yeah, this is basically why I have decided a lot of this is going to be off stream. I'll probably just tell you guys what the planned Pokemon are going to be. But I wanted to at least do some of it on stream. Hopefully we can kind of just do like one full team member like on screen. But like most of this is going to be off stream grinding, because this is what you have to do to breed in these games. You can't make this go any faster. It is agony. And I think I was planning on just like waiting until I had like the speed up feature. No, I was waiting for the odd egg, because I was going to hatch out the other shinies and the other Pokemon from the odd egg just for PokéDex completion, with my backed up save. But in Stadium 2, once we get the Game Boy Tower with higher speed, if that even is a thing, I'm pretty sure it is, but that requires us beating like the next big stage of Stadium 2, which is the Gym Leader Castle. And we are not, well, I mean, technically we are ready for it. We did it early in Yellow as well. We did it with our level 50s teams, and then we did it, like, we finished it at level 65, so we realistically can do it earlier. I was planning on waiting till level 100, but perhaps we will do it earlier. So just getting UD resets to try and change. See, in normal generations, yes, but I think the egg generation happens at a different point in these games. I don't know, it feels like they do, because I did try it before, and it didn't seem like saving before collecting the egg really changed anything. Maybe the egg is generated as the man, it like moves outside? I don't know. Like before you pick up the egg, maybe it's generated? I cannot tell. It's really hard to Google things these days because a lot of people are not talking about Gold and Silver anymore, and in general, anything you Google gets met with an AI response, which is always wrong. I've never had that AI response be correct. But they insist on forcing it into your face, and it's just fucking annoying. I don't know if I finished saying it, but this is why Chansey is on our team. With all this biking we're going to be doing, it's going to be gaining friendship. Excuse me, miss. Everyone loves to breed eggs in Generation 2, and we have a lot of breeding to do. This was a terrible idea. Flame Body wasn't a thing in this gen yet. Yep. I think it wasn't even a thing in Ruby and Sapphire or Fire Red Leaf Green. It was only in Emerald, I think, wasn't it, that it started to actually do a thing? Which thankfully we'll be playing Emerald next, but like, you know. Ideally, I won't need to be breeding eggs crazily in that one. I probably will at some point, if I had to guess. I haven't planned anything for the Emerald playthrough yet, really, besides, like, I have sort of written down what I want for teams for Gold, Silver, or for Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, but I might change things around before then. I haven't planned out, like, the structure of Gen 3 at all. Basically, when this series ends for Generation 2, the next thing I'm doing is Sonic Generations, from the Sonic X Shadow Generations game, just to see what the changes are in the writing, because I haven't played through it for that specific reason. Let's see, how many... We have slots for another egg, we do. Oh my god, it's not even... please, hurry up. Alright, we'll take one more egg for now. But yeah, so after this, we'll be doing like a break where we do Sonic Generations for a couple streams, and then we'll be jumping back into it with Generation 3 at a later point. But I keep saying it, like, it seems like we're close to the end, because it really feels like we are. Like, we don't have a lot of the Pokédex left to go. And, like, Stadium 2 we're clearing, like, pretty rapidly. Like, all we have left is the Prime Cup, Little Cup, and the Gym Leader Castle. But... It's a lot whenever you actually boil it down to what each one of them requires. Whereas, whenever you sort of think of it in a vacuum, it's like, oh, well, that's not a lot. It's like... maybe one stream for the Prime Cup, maybe 1 or 2 streams for the Gym Leader Castle. Little Cup will probably be pretty quick, honestly. I don't know why I'm going this hard on the Little Cup. I just want to have a good team for it. I don't know. I don't really know what to expect in terms of remaining episodes. It feels like it'll be a lot less than... It feels like it'll be a lot more than what I think it'll be. But at the same time, whenever I think about it, and I'm sitting here being like, well, I don't have a lot more to do. It is a lot more whenever you think about it in that aspect. So, how y'all doing? You've been enjoying this series? I'm sorry that this is the one where you probably stopped enjoying it. I know we are 2 hours into this stream/VOD, but you could skip this episode if you like. There is nothing here. I mean, how long did it take us to finally start breeding? There was way so... Like, even mid-episode I had to do so much prep work, and then had to try and figure out egg groups. Oh, what a nightmare. And this Ditto is going to be costing me money because it's level 31, and this fucking Typhlosion is going to be gaining levels and jumping ahead of the rest of the team. Ugh. And who knows how long it's going to take us to get this female Cyndaquil here as well. And I've realized that part of this plan was to have a Cyndaquil that had Flamethrower, but like my Cyndaquil doesn't, my Typhlosion doesn't even have Flamethrower, so like, I don't think, I don't think this is going to give me what I want. I think I'm going to have to do this again at some later stage. But I can teach Flamethrower another way. There is the move tutor that shows up here, that you can get Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, and Ice Beam. But it's 4,000 of like the casino coins, which is just a lot of gambling, and to be honest with you, with one of the Pokemon that we need to breed, I need to get another 4,000 coins. So... Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't know. Right now, what I'm showing you might not even matter. If we get the female Cyndaquil and it doesn't have, like, Flame Whale at least. You know what, I'm realizing what an absolute waste of time all of this is. Because I needed to breed down Flamethrower, which I don't know if it even does, but if it does... I don't have it right now. So, what am I doing? What am I doing? Ugh. I had a migraine all day, but it barely went away. But other than that, things have been fine. I enjoy the interaction with you. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm sorry to hear about your migraine. I do hope it can calm down. It's not fun. I would recommend, rather than watching this nonsense, especially with this music that's going back and forth, you could go lie down, go to bed. that's what helps me with my headaches, is just lying down. Actually, no, specifically sleeping. Like, if I take a nap and stuff, like, it definitely helps. But like an actual proper sleep, like if I'm having a really bad headache day, the only thing really to cure it for me is sleeping, which is annoying because like a lot of times, such as tonight, I try to avoid sleeping where possible because it's like, wow, man, sleeping means getting closer to the next working day, and I don't want to work. Work sucks. So I try to stay up as long as I can possibly stay up. But if I have a headache, it's like, man, it's worth just going to bed because it's so painful to deal with. I've never tried painkillers while having a headache, but I've always had coworkers in the past that have always been like, oh, I've got a headache, I need to go take painkillers, and I'm always like, do you need to take painkillers? Or, like, I don't know, like, how bad are your headaches? Like, I feel like some people over-rely on painkillers a wee bit. I've only ever taken painkillers by choice whenever I, like, fucked up my back. Like, I don't know what I did, but one day I just woke up and my back was all twisted and I was in, like, the most crazy amount of agony. Like, I could not stand, but I also couldn't sit in any comfortable position. I got taken to A&E. Well, I called my mom and said, take me to A&E, basically. And, like, when she was driving me there, I couldn't even sit in the car seat properly. I had to get on my knees. The most comfortable position I could get was being bent over, like this. So the most comfortable position I could get in that didn't make it unbearable and, like, impossible to sort of deal with the pain was to just get on my knees and, like, bend over the front of a seat. And even when we got to A&E, that was the position that I took while I was waiting to be seen. Like, there was a whole hallway of people waiting to be seen as well, and I was sitting there on my knees. But it was also because when it woke me up, like, I hadn't had a lot of sleep, or when it woke me up, I woke up normally. I hadn't had a lot of sleep, maybe like 4 or 5 hours, which to be honest, like, for me is a normal amount. But, the lack of sleep plus the amount of, like, energy I was being drained of by being in pain, because it was, like, really just causing me to be breathing a lot, like, just trying to, like, oh, you know, just trying to, like, soothe it by doing deep breaths and stuff like that there. I was, like, exhausted. So it got to the stage there where the best thing I could do was just get on my knees, put my head on the chair that I was sitting on, and try to sleep. Because then, while I was asleep, at least I was not feeling the pain, but it was really difficult to avoid. And eventually the nurses saw me and they gave me a liquid medicine because I can't take tablets. But they gave me a liquid painkiller, which actually they offered it to me originally and I said no because I'm very much like, I try not to take painkillers in general if I don't need to, which I pretty much have never done. That was my first time that I can think of. Other than, like, you know, oh, a female on the first egg! Oh, what a glorious time! It knows return and hidden power, which is interesting. I do believe Flamethrower would probably breed down if we needed it to, but we don't have it, which means I was right. So, I'm resetting. I know I shouldn't have, but, like, I need Flamethrower for this. And I'm not wasting 4,000 fucking coins. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm wasting our time. At least we got story time out of it. But yeah, she gave me painkiller, like, liquid medicine. And after she gave me that, I was actually finally soothed. Like, it was pretty much instant. And I was able to get into the chair properly. And sit out the rest of the time waiting there patiently. But they were able to determine that, like, okay, it doesn't seem like it's anything serious. It looks like you've just twisted something or this, that, and the other. Here is the medicine that we just gave you. Take that when you need it, but, like, take it, like, according to the instructions, so, you know, don't over-rely on it. So I maybe took it, like, twice a day. Like, I think it had to be at least, like, 4 hours apart or something like that. But, like, that was able to keep me going. And made me appreciate, like, okay, so now at least I know I can take painkillers in a non-pill form. I can take a liquid form, and they work. And on top of that, now I have that there in my fridge as an option if I ever get in that bad state again. But my back has hurt again since then. Never to that level, but, like, oh man, I really fucking needed something that day. Because I was so drained, like physically and mentally, by the time that I finally got that medicine. Like, I was in a terrible state that day. And nothing caused it, I just woke up and my back hurt. In fact, I woke up and I was fine for like maybe like an hour, maybe 30 minutes, or I don't even know what it was. I was fine for a while. And then like, it just randomly hit me. And then I got back into bed, like just trying to soothe it, like try lying down, try sitting upright, try standing, and none of it worked, and it just got worse and worse and worse, and like it just, it was crazy. Because it's midnight and I've got to go to bed. Honestly, Brisk, I'm not staying much longer either. We did finally breed something, only to discover that it doesn't have everything we need on it, so I've just undone the progress. This whole thing has been an absolute nightmare. Took painkillers at one time, issue being after a while they wouldn't help at all. I wouldn't even put me to sleep when they were supposed to. What's the point of time if you can't waste it doing what you want? That's fair. Yep. Yeah, I mean, the ones I got, like, are ibuprofen, which, like, I'd only ever heard of. I was like, oh, I don't need painkillers, blah, 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 but eventually I needed something. Okay, so that's gonna require that, that's gonna require that, that requires that, that requires that. So that one, oh, that one's fucking useless. Okay. That one is the least egregious thing that I can do. So let's deposit Typhlosion. We've got one Pokemon I can breed here. Technically two. Okay, so one of the egg moves that I was going to get was Metal Claw for a Pokemon. There's only two Pokemon that can learn Metal Claw, and that is Scizor, which my Scizor doesn't have it. I taught it Metal Steel Wing instead of Metal Claw, because it's just better. But Scizor, or the only other Pokemon that can learn it, is Sneasel at level 65? Or something like that. It's level 60 plus. So I want to teach it to this Pokemon. I don't think I'm going to go through the rigorous grind of getting a level 65 Sneasel just for Metal Claw. I think I'm just going to just cope with something else. But what a pain in the ass. Anyway, I need Nidoking. And I need Donphan. Okay. So this time, this is something that we should actually be able to breed for. I moved my Sims into a new house because I wanted more yard space for a pool. I didn't know you were playing Sims. I love Sims. Sims 1, Sims 2. Mwah. Glorious. Right, so we need our regular Ditto. And our Donphan. And right now we're looking for a female Phanpy. So we can breed it with the Nidoking. I'm very glad that Sims 1 and 2 finally got a re-release on a modern system with Steam, but like I hear that it's really, really, really badly made. Really badly put together. You know what, I should really quickly double check these guys are compatible. Oh yeah, of course I can, it's a fucking Donphan and a Ditto. I thought it was the Nidoking. I'll probably go to bed once you're done. Well, I would advise you going sooner just because... Oh, well, thankfully, Phanpy's nice and quick. No, and I hope it's I think it's a 50-50 on the male-female ratio. But yes, I would advise you going sooner just because this is just gonna be a lot of... I mean, it's just this. This is all we've got for the day's episode. Oh, I should check. It is EA games we're talking about. Yeah, exactly. Like back then though, like when Sims originally came out, like they were just quality games. Like, obviously they have like the sort of controversial thing of the amount of expansion packs that they were making like back in the day. But like, considering that back then, that's sort of how a game like that was expanded upon. Like, instead of making a sequel, they could just add to it. Like, I didn't really think it was a big deal. I think once we got to like Sims 3 and it's like, you're still doing expansion packs over just making them like free updates or even like paid DLC updates, I think it was a bit more egregious. Base egg sets 5,120. Okay, so Fanpy hopefully won't take that long to hatch. Compared to Typhlosion or Cyndaquil, which is also 5,100. Okay, I lied. It's the same fucking amount of steps. Thankfully, all we need to do is get one female, breed it with, Is this correct? What am I doing? Ah, that's right, that's what I'm doing. We need that move. Yes. Okay, we need one female. Like, honestly, I'd be happy with having the exact same moveset. The only thing is return, because obviously friendship won't be on there. You know what? So, one of the other Pokemon I'm planning on doing here is going to have return, because one of the Pokemon is a normal type, and stab return is going to be massive. So I planned off-screen to boost its friendship to maximum, so that it gets the benefit of return, rather than any other normal type move. Why don't I just do the same thing with... The problem is friendship takes so long to boost, and this other Pokemon that I'm going to be teaching it to... No, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to stick with the egg move. Basically, I was just deciding there, like, I could just trade down all the moves with a Ditto and be done with this one really quickly. Because obviously, Fanpy being one of our team... So, Fanpy's one of our team members because I like Fanpy. I like Donphan, and Fanpy obviously was huge in our playthrough early game as well. And we know that by breeding it here, it's going to have Earthquake off the bat, so that's a huge move right off the bat for no effort. Excuse me, it's going to have Ancient Power, which, fantastic. And then the other two moves, we have Hidden Power and Return. And, like, I think all those breed down, like, Return and Hidden Power bred down from the last eggs that we just did there. You know, let's just go for it. Friendship is painful. It's just painfully long to do. But yes, I could leave return on it, but the base friendship you get from a Pokemon is 20, or not 20. You go away for a second. Is 120. And so Donphan needs a little more time. Okay, that's fine. So it's not leveled up. That's perfect. Give me you. Got Donphan back. Okay, I'm gonna put Donphan away. So I don't want it leveling up. We are in box 6, aren't we? Yeah, we are. Okay. But Ditto didn't level up either. Okay, and then give me back Nidoking. I'm gonna spend all day tomorrow / today doing this breeding crap off stream, like 100%, and I bet you I won't be done. But I'm just gonna go with these 2 eggs and just hope one of them is female. It's actually, did I even check it? Is it 50-50? It is. It's 50-50. So like, Coin flip. One of these could be female, both of them could be female, none of them could be female. I'm playing the odds that at least one of them is gonna be female. I'm hoping, because I just don't want to have to like hatch like 3 fucking eggs. Like, it takes ages to get an egg, and then by the time that you get one, like, you're already like maybe halfway or 2/3 way through one of the eggs that are currently hatching. It's just a nightmare. Let's see what's on Pogo right now. We got a Shuckle outside, and another Shuckle outside. 2 Shuckles! Both of them red. Alright, well that's that done. Probably go to bed sooner, starting to doze off. Yeah, that's fine. I will go to bed as soon as I basically get to the final stage of doing this whole breeding thing. And so basically I'm getting a female. Once I get a female, I just need to breed it with Nidoking to get another one. Just one will do, and then I need to do one last thing. I suppose, just for the sake of it, I'm just going to reveal what my plans are. So, this is the only one that I can basically do right now without without having to like train things up or get new moves or do this, that, and the other. So I'm going to do this one at least once the whole way through, but the plans for the team are, for the Little Cup, it's going to be the 3 starters, Chikorita, with, let me get the movesets for you. So, Chikorita with, if it works, it's going to be Razor Leaf, Ancient Power, Sword Stance, and Rest. I'm sort of thinking sticking on the... Is that right? Yeah. I was sort of thinking of like sticking on Rest with the berry that heals you from sleep. So I think that might be useful. Cyndaquil with Flamethrower, Submission, which is going to be its egg move. Oh, I should probably specify which is which. So, Chikorita, Razor Leaf, Ancient Power is an egg move, which is the one that I was mulling over earlier. Sword Stance is an egg move, which is why we have Charizard here, because Chikorita and Charizard are both in the monster category, so they can breed together somehow. And then Rest is a TM. Cyndaquil is Flamethrower, Submission, which is the egg move, which comes from Nidoking. Totodile is going to be Surf, Ice Beam, Crunch, and an Ancient Power. Honestly, I could honestly do all of that from a Feraligatr alone, but my Feraligatr never learned Crunch. Before it was high enough level to learn it, I ended up teaching it Ice Beam, replacing Crunch, so I need to get Crunch from another Pokemon instead, so Crunch and Ancient Power are both egg moves from other Pokemon. Mareep, because previously mentioned, Mareep, first shiny ever found, etc, etc, and because I didn't get to play with one in this playthrough. So Mareep is going to be Thunderbolt, which is, again, I need to get Thunderbolt on my Ampharos, which can only be done by either going to the move tutor or... Actually, no, I think it can only be done by going to the move tutor. For some reason, Ampharos does not learn Thunderbolt naturally in Generation 2 at all. It's really weird. The best move it has right now is Thunder Punch. But Mareep, Thunderbolt is an egg move. Fire Punch, for some reason it can learn the Fire Punch TM despite being a Mareep. That's strange. Body Slam is an egg move, which it'll be getting from... I believe it's going to be getting that one from... So the breed cycle here is, I need an Ampharos and a Snorlax with Body Slam to breed to give me a Mareep that has Body Slam, and then the Mareep breeds with Arbok to learn Screech, because it needs to learn Screech as well, which is also an egg move. And then, this one I'm not 100% on, but Teddy Ursa is going to have Return, Dynamic Punch, and this is the one where I said maybe Metal Claw, but I think I'm going to put Metal Claw / Hidden Power, maybe I can get a different good physical Hidden Power, and then Curse TM. But Metal Claw is the egg move, and again, the only real option for that is Scizor, which mine doesn't have it, or Sneasel at level 65, and no. No. And then lastly, Fanpy here is Earthquake, Body Slam, Ancient Power, and Hidden Power. Hidden Power is specifically if it's Ghost, which it is breeding down Hidden Power from the Donphan, so it probably will maintain its Ghost typing. We'll see how it goes. We might get unlucky with it. If it isn't Ghost, then we can substitute it out for something else. And then Body Slam is replacing Return just because it's guaranteed damage, 1 in 3 chance of Paralyze. I don't have to, like, boost up its friendship. You know, that's the reason why it's on there. Teddiursa has Return purely because it's the best normal type move. At 102 base power plus stab for, you know, more damage. So it just makes the most sense to at least give one Pokemon max friendship for that reason. But that is the team. It is those 6. And I'm going to be breeding them all as shiny. That's another aspect of this whole thing. I'm doing all these egg moves, and then once I've got the Pokemon ready to breed, once I've gotten the final form of the Pokemon that I need, like with all their egg moves, I'll just be breeding them out with my shiny Ditto until we get a shiny 6 Pokemon team of all 3 of them. I thought, why not? Let's get all 3 Johto starters as shiny as part of the team. I can get Mareep for obvious reasons. Teddiursa then I thought would be cool as a decent Pokemon for the actual cup. Plus, it can then evolve later on into Ursaluna in Pokemon Legends Arceus. And then Phanpy just because I like Phanpy. And it was useful during our main playthrough. Phanpy has one of the weaker shinies, but still. So that is what our team is going to be. A full team of 6 shinies that I'm going to be breeding legitimately with our shiny Ditto. And that's why I've been using the other non-shiny Ditto to do some of the other breeding. Because like even if we had to do some sort of breeding where like we had to sort of breed down like one Pokemon and then breed it with another Pokemon and then eventually breed it all down into one super Pokemon, mixing up the genes like that really complicates the actual hatching part of, or breeding part of it, where it's like, oh well, that one had that parent like 2 parents ago, so it all comes down to DVs at the end of the day. If the DVs match, that's where it like has issues. But since DVs get passed down from parents, that's why it happens. Anyway, that's why I used the non-shiny Ditto for some of the other breeding portions there, and I'll probably continue to do that. But yeah, that is ultimately what I have to do. So a lot of the breeding, if I was to skim through it, Chikorita needs Corsola to breed with Totodile, Totodile to breed with Meganium to give me a Chikorita with one of my egg moves, then Charizard breeds with Marowak, and then Marowak breeds with Chikorita. Oh, maybe I was wrong on that. Maybe Charizard doesn't breed directly with Chikorita. I'll need to double check that. Cyndaquil needs to have a female Cyndaquil breed with Nidoking. So that one's nice and easy and quick. But it's just a matter of how also having Flamethrower. Totodile needs to learn... I need someone to learn Crunch. I need a Totodile then to then breed... Oh yeah, Pupitar can learn Crunch at level 47, which is close to. It's 4 levels away. So it can learn Crunch, breed with a female Totodile, then that gets me a Totodile with Crunch. Breed until shiny. Mareep needs the things I mentioned previously. I mentioned the Arbok and the Snorlax. Teddiursa, if it was going to breed, it needs to breed with the 2 Pokemon I mentioned already, either Scizor or Sneasel. And then Phanpy just needs to do what we're doing right now. So that is the plan. This took a lot. A lot to do. A lot to plan. Good night, take care, and talk to you again another time. Yes, sorry to miss your message there, Darkflare, while I was going through everything. Good to have you. Enjoy your sleep, and hopefully your migraine improves there. And I will see you again soon. Next time you see me, all this will be done ahead of time. I was really hoping to get more than 1 Pokemon bred for this whole thing. Also, these Phanpy are taking forever. Feels like I'm doing something wrong. And like, these guys might not even be gals. They might just be guys. So I could be wasting my time right now. Yes, I do apologize I can't show the entire process of building this team on stream, but like, I think when you look at the amount of work I need to do to get this team, you understand why it's not being streamed. I don't think anyone wants to watch this for like 10 hours, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing. I guess we'll see my playtime by the time that this is all done, but like, I'm probably going to have to do the Elite Four a couple times to get the money to be able to do all the breeding, because like, obviously some of it is breeding level 5 Pokemon. I also obviously have to unlock certain moves for certain Pokemon. Like, it's gonna take a lot of time to do this. And maybe this is way more extra than it needs to be. We got a female! Hooray! Okay, so that's great. So that's the first part done. We just need to get one egg off of these guys next. You take my Phanpy. Actually, waste of money. Waste of money when I need it most. I think I should delete, because it's gonna have a full moveset. Yeah, I should delete return off of it so that it has space for body slam. So let's go to the move deleter in Blackthorn. Okay, and now I think we can breed it. I don't know if Phanpy can learn any of those other moves. I don't think so. Alright, hello, I'm back. Take my Nidoking. My Phanpy. And then if I go outside, you two should love each other, right? It's friendly, okay. They will make baby. Then whatever the baby is, we then breed it with Shiny Ditto, and just go, go, go until it shines. That's all we need to do. Fuck off. Get out of my way. Okay, so now we're waiting for another egg. I really hate these people getting in my way. Come on, pop out an egg. I know we've reset a couple times, but I hope this Chansey is absolutely filling up with friendship. I need to see how much. I have my big guide on friendship. It only tells me that if I bike for 3 hours, or 2 hours 50 minutes, 75,776 steps will give a Pokemon enough friendship to evolve upon level up. But like, I don't know how many steps. Oh, there it is. Biking at 512 steps is +1. Would you piss off? Is +1 friendship point. And so these eggs take 5,120. So doing one egg there with Chansey in our party is 10 points. Right? Yeah, 512, so 5120, so that is 10 points. Chansey already was at level... It was a wild encounter actually, so that would have been a base level 70? Yeah. And I also took it to the haircut person on Saturday or Friday or one of those days. which isn't in this list for some reason. I got it a haircut, so it's on its way. It's gonna take some time. So this is the Phanpy that we don't need. This is just a regular one. He's still not even there. But breeding these level 5s is exactly why I'm going to lose a lot of money. Oh, there he is. Good timing. Yes, you can have it. I can have it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Now this new Phanpy egg is the only one we need from this combination of Pokemon. This Phanpy we can just release. That's a meal as well. We didn't need a meal. Let's deposit. No. Let's get 6 levels. Ugh, yuck. Okay, and then give me back Nidoking. That text for Nidoking, because it's level 100, like always takes a lot longer than I thought, and it makes me think that it's gonna crash. How's my money doing? 4,500. Okay, we're still okay. We're still okay. Okay, so let's put Nidoking away. I think he's good for now. And then Phanpy, I'm gonna put in a different box. I mean, we've also filled that one up, so let's just move here, box 7. And away you go. You don't need to be here. Then all we need to do is hatch this egg, breed it with Christmas until shiny. That's it. And that's the part that will probably waste me a whole bunch of money, is getting them shiny. But that is basically all it is to it. I mean, I need to obviously double check and see if this thing's going to have Body Slam on it, which it probably will. Because Earthquake, we already have. Submission, it can't learn. Other move is a move I can't remember it having. What else did Nidoking have on it? Earthquake, Body Slam, Submission. Rock Slide? Might have had Rock Slide. Which, again, I think it could maybe learn, Phanpy could maybe learn, but hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it only learns the Body Slam. It is the move that we're looking for, so we'll see what happens. It's gonna be a lot more just cycling here for a bit. I am curious. Oh, go away. Like, doing this exact route perfectly, let me see how many steps it is. Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Wait. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4. Every one of these cycles is 54. So we're basically doing this 100 times. Like, slightly less. If it's every 5,120 steps for one of these eggs, for Phanpy specifically, then 54, like going up and down, okay, so going up and down, that is 108. So, do that. 108, do that 10 times, that's 1,008. Multiply that by 5, so we're doing it 50 times. We're doing a full up and down 50 times, essentially. plus a couple extra to actually get the egg hatched. So now let's do another fun thing of let's time it and see how long it takes to do one. I swear to fucking god with these two NPCs. Okay, and go. These two better not block me. So if we perfectly do this to like hit every single step without any interruptions. Stop. It takes about 14 seconds, 14 and a half seconds. Let's run up to 15 seconds. 15 seconds. And we need to do this 50... Let's just say 50 times. So now let's open a calculator. 50 times 15 is 750. Which, now I need to do maths. Oh god. I am not equipped enough to do this right now. Every 15 seconds, we get through this. Maybe. So then, that's 750 seconds. 300 seconds is 5 minutes. Right. Yeah. So... 600 is 10 minutes. And then 150 is 2.5 minutes. So it takes 12.5 minutes minimum. And that's if we get this perfectly with no interruptions. So 12.5 minutes. So basically in the ballpark of like 12.5 minutes to 15 minutes to do one egg. So with that, well, I was gonna say like with that I'll end stream, but I need to see if this is gonna have body slam on it before before I'm done and satisfied. Oh my god, fuck off. If I could delete some NPCs from the game, it would be those two. Yeah, some fun maths for us for this joyful 5:36 AM that we're dealing with right now. Okay, so we can get rid of the timer on that. But yeah, that's good to know. Every single egg takes about 12.5 minutes minimum. So, and that's only for the ones that are 5,120 steps. Anything beyond that is way more. This Chansey is going to love the shit out of me by the time that we're done. Which is good, because then we don't have to put much effort into actually evolving it or friendship upping it. It does annoyingly take up a spot in our team while we're doing it, but it will do. How are we doing so far on this Fanpy? I could just use rentals. I could also just breed Pokemon down and use whatever they have from one egg. I don't have to breed for shinies. Why am I doing this to myself? I'm making this way more unnecessary than it needs to be. But it's my playthrough and I'll ruin it for myself how I feel like ruining it for myself. Okay? Good. What have I done? 2 hours 40 into stream. Oh, and we don't even have a full team member yet. Granted, like, part of that is getting a shiny. Like, that part I was gonna, like, reveal once I got, like, the full specimen. That's like, okay, this is the one we want now to breed it for shiny. And, like, that part is so unnecessary. Part of my thinking is, like, shiny, cool, yes. But also, shiny have good, DVs. You know, I could be breeding these and they could have shit DVs, but if I breed with shiny, then the DVs should be 10 across the board, except for HP and attack. So, like, everything then is good, except necessarily HP and attack. It does mean that there's a chance that, like, I think the attack DV becomes 0 or 8 in a shiny, and the HP has a range of different ones it can be. So, we might have really shit attack stats on all of our Pokemon. Whatever. It's the trophy, yeah? You know? I keep going for these silly trophies in my playthroughs because I have a problem. I have an addiction to shiny hunting, and I enjoy it. I enjoy it very much. So, I just have to keep going. Not to mention all the extra work I've given myself by doing egg moves instead of just breeding down what I have and going from there. But the reason I'm doing it is I'm just assuming I'm going to need the best possible versions of these Pokemon I can get. Just because. I just assume that what I'm about to go up against is going to be a pain in the ass. I had a small glance at the little cup on Cerebi. I didn't look too hard, but I couldn't help but notice the odd person using a Chansey or a Scyther, and I'm going like, those seem like good Pokemon. Even at level 5, I feel like they're going to be good. So I wanted to make sure I was completely covered with my teams. Although I don't think I've done enough for like type coverages. Like I don't have any flying type moves on my team. And maybe I won't necessarily need them, but like I just feel like I haven't done enough research into my team's moveset. I think the only thing that covers Dragon is my Ice Beam on Totodile. Not that I think I'm going to have to deal with any Dragon type. It's like, what would that be, a Dratini? There's not going to be a Kingdra, so I don't have to worry about that. So yeah, I guess that's fine. Steel, I've got plenty of fighting and ground type on the team. Dark, once again, fighting and ground type. Ghost, really don't have anything for that, but the only ghost types really besides Mischievous are the Ghastly line. So like, that should be fine. And I'm going to be teaching Crunch to Totodile, so Crunch is there. I don't know, I've got options. I think I'm going to be fine. I think I'm more worried about it than I need to be, and I think I'm putting in more work into it than I need to. But that's just what we're all about here, baby. As I say, ruining it for myself because why not? How's the egg doing? It's being asserted, it's gonna hatch soon. Yeah! Let's get a body slamming thing. I think body slam was originally a move I was going to put on this, had I not just decided to return for everything because it's my main team and everyone's going to be max friendship by the time that we're done with this playthrough. And maybe they're not. Maybe they are... Well, by the time that we get to the Prime Cup and they're all level 100, they'll love the shit out of me. But I think other than that, I was going to use Body Slam, because that 1 in 3 chance to paralyze as well is just very good. Oh, piss off. Come on, egg. Come on, egg. It says it's going to hatch soon, but it's really taking its time here. Once we see this though, like, we'll call the stream there. I just need to see if it has Body Slam on it, or if not, then I need to figure out what I'm doing wrong. It's probably one of the other moves that I can imagine it learning, but I don't think it can learn any of the other moves, so I think it's going to learn Body Slam just fine. I don't think I really have anything to worry about. But I just want to see it and know that it's done. And then I can just start grinding here off camera with my egg grinding and just try and get a shiny. Because if I get the shiny, then that's one team member down. Sorted. Wow, this... It says it was going to hatch soon. I really thought it was going to just take like another like minute or two, but it is not close to being done. Oh, hello. What's up, man? I hope you're doing well, brother. I'm doing just grand, Skyward dude. I'm sorry. I'm not sure if you're addressing me as if you know me. I'm not sure if I recognize the name. I'm sorry. But I am doing well. Although I have been hopelessly grinding eggs for a while, and literally this is the only one that we're even close to having done properly. I'm planning out a team for the Pokemon Stadium 2 Little Cup, and I've done a poor job. I've done the best job I can possibly do, but it does mean that there's just a lot of this right now. This is the only one that I'm really going to be showing off because everything else requires more work, which I thought I had got it all planned out perfectly. I was wrong. But I need to do more work on... Oh, thank God. Here we go. I have more work I need to do before I can actually get all my team ready for this. There's our Fanpy there. Just randomly found you. Oh, okay. Sorry. Just when you say "What's up, mate," I'm just and hope I'm doing well. I was like, this sounds too familiar. Like, do I know you? So I thought you were someone that knew me. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Why do you know Growl and Body Slam? No, sorry. Where's your ancient power? Where the fuck is your ancient power? Thank you for welcoming them in, Brisk. Right. Why ancient power not there? Let's review, shall we? Here's the mother. Earthquake, ancient power, hidden power, defense curl. Why? Is it because... Is it because only... No, that doesn't make any fucking sense, because you break down the... My Sims are in the excellent at everything they do stage of the game, not really sure what to do. Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. Once for the first time ever, like, I got my Sim on Sims 2 to, like, the maximum of their career, and I was like, I guess I'm just done with the game now. Like, what do I do now? I am going to go and cry, because this Fanpy should have ancient power and body slam, but it doesn't have ancient power, so I'm going to lie down and sob. So thank you for watching, everybody. This has been a very sad WeeAddy. So what do I do to fix this? It needs to have... Come here. It needs to have ancient power, earthquake, and body slam. Ancient power and body slam are both egg moves. That Fanpy is the mother. So where the fuck is ancient power? How many egg moves can a Pokemon have? Oh. Lois, holy fuck, I'm coming. Right, so, excuse me. So, this is from 11 years ago. On Reddit. On the Pokemon breeding subreddit. Someone has responded, and it's crossed out, only the male can pass down egg moves. So that's been crossed out. Someone replied to that person, as of Generation 6, females are also able to pass on egg moves. At least to some degree. I know they definitely can if Ditto is involved. Oh! So... Where the fuck did my... Oh, my controller's my Game Boy. Right, so I think I know what's happened. This Phanpy got Earthquake and Body Slam from Nidoking, because it's the meal. Every other Pokemon that I just happen to have gotten egg moves from has then been bred with a Ditto, I guess? I don't fucking know. I need... How do I do this? So... Come on, how do I do this? How do I do this? How the fuck do I do this? I'm very painful in the brain. So, the female can breed down the egg move if it's Ditto. But I need to breed down 2 egg moves. I can basically get it on 2 different Pokemon. How to get 2 egg moves. Gen 2. Gen 2 egg moves, okay. I have a male Settler and a male Growth, along with a female Ponyta with Hypnosis, but not sure how to breed for Fleamel since only the male passes the move. You have to use a male Smeargle. Because of how Gen 2 move inheritance works, only males can pass their moves down to bred Pokemon. Luckily, Ponyta is in the Field Egg group, which Smeargle is also in. However, you'll have to sketch Smeargle both Fleamel and Hypnosis. I admit, as far as that goes, I'm not an expert with using Smeargle in the breeding process, so hopefully someone else can pitch in some tips. No other Pokemon learns both of these moves, so Ponyta can't learn them both at the same time via breeding from anything else. Actually, now that I think about it, the easiest way to do this will probably have the Sandler and Growlithe only know Hypnosis and Flame Wheel, respectively, get into a fight with a Ditto, get the Ditto transform into the Pokemon, then my Jesus Christ. This was 1 year ago someone was asking this. Another one with some just maxed out their career? Jesus Christ. Okay. So... I want to sob. Right. So, put that there. Let me refer to my notes. My arm hurts. Why is this not straightforward? So, I can use Smeargle, I guess. I can take a Phanpy with Body Slam to Body Slam a Smeargle. It uses Sketch to sketch my Body Slam. No. Yes? And then... Ugh. That's such a mess. That's even more work than I have already, because then you have to get a Smeargle that can fucking... You have to teach it one move, then level it up to learn Sketch again, then do the whole fight a Ditto thing to have it transform into your Pokemon that only knows the move, and then you have it sketch the move, and then that's 2 of them, and then you breed that Smeargle with a female version. It is possible. I can do it with Fanpy because it's in the Field A group. As for other Pokemon... Oh no! Oh. Because I have on here, like, I had a whole thing here for Mareep to learn Body Slam and Screech. But that's not gonna work. And it can learn Thunderbolt as well, but it has to come from itself as an Ampharos. Oh god, that has ruined everything. Cyndaquil is fine, it's unaffected. Chikorita was going to learn Ancient Power and Swords Dance. And that has now been ruined, unless I can figure out a way to do this. Right. What I've learned is Gen 2 egg moves and breeding sucks ass. And we are not getting this tonight. So, I am going to end stream here. Unhappy. Unfulfilled. And... yeah. I am displeased. I now have more work to do in planning. But... I really don't know what to do, and I really can't be fucked figuring it out. I'm gonna have to, like, either do the Smeargle thing, or rejig everything in terms of my plans, in terms of, like, my movesets, and everything. So, thank you everybody so much for watching. Well, firstly, let's reset, because I didn't save... I mean, I'm undoing all the Chansey progress as well by doing this, which is a fucking nuisance. But it's like, I need to save the money, because I don't have any fucking money. Oh, I didn't save that much money, because I changed boxes. And this Fanpy knows... Earthquake, Ancient Power, Hidden Power. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here. I'll get this all figured out. Decide what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll just go for whatever I can muster with just breeding down one egg move at best per Pokemon. And then going for shinies with the shiny Ditto. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here. This has been an absolute mess. Thank you so much for watching, my friends. I'm sorry about this miserable episode where nothing happened besides the rival battle. Oh, there's one last thing I wanted to do. Well, while we're here as well, because I believe you're finally here. I think this will make you happy. Yeah, she had a leaf stone for us this whole time. We had that going for us. We don't actually need a leaf stone, so I should just delete her number again. I accidentally re-added it. There's one last thing I wanted to show off before we end today's episode, because we've done pretty much everything else in this game. Welcome back to... Where are we? Mount Silver? Hi. Someone wants to teach Flame Wheel to you, I hear, from the Reddit that I just looked at. Okay, let's... This is something that can only be done once a week. We mentioned it previously. Let's go finally experience it for the first time. Actually, is this gonna work? Middle of the day? I think it only happens at nighttime. Oh, please don't be a nighttime only thing. I will sob if that's the case. Oh. I was gonna end the episode here showing it off. At nighttime on a Monday, the Clefairy come out and do a dance around a boulder and then you get a moonstone. And I thought that'd be a nice way to end today's episode. Was finally showing that off, but as you can see, because it's the daytime, it don't exist. And it's only because we're playing at fucking 6 AM like a bunch of insane people. Thank you so much for watching, my friends. This has been the worst episode of the Pokémon Master Challenge ever. Next time, I don't know what. We might be in Stadium 2 doing the Little Cup. We might be back here to do some more stuff in Generation 2, or in Crystal. I didn't even touch the Pokemon that needed leveling up this episode. Anyway. Bye. Maybe so, Brisk, and don't worry if you can't, as always, if you don't have the time, or even if you don't want to, it's not a big deal. But anyway, thank you so much, everyone. This has been a terrible stream. I'm so sorry that this episode exists. This is what it takes to be a Pokemon Master. Ugh.